Have you ever looked at a lichen and thought, that little guy could be a gold mine? No? Well, you're not alone. Most people walk past these crusty green-gray patches on rocks and tree trunks without a second glance. But these humble organisms may be hiding one of the most surprising secrets in the natural world: a quiet, persistent ability to mine valuable metals from their environment. Yes, biomining, powered by lichens. In this video, we're diving into the mysterious world of these symbiotic survivors, uncovering how they extract elements like gold, silver, copper, and even rare earth metals from the environment, how they might be used in the future to reduce our dependence on destructive mining practices, and why researchers are suddenly paying very close attention to what used to be considered nothing more than decorative moss. What are lichens? Let's start at the beginning. What exactly is a lichen? Contrary to popular belief, lichens are not a single organism. They are a symbiotic partnership, a biological alliance between at least two very different kinds of organisms, a fungus and a photosynthetic partner, which is usually either green algae or cyanobacteria. Together, they form a complex mini ecosystem where the fungus provides protection and structure, and the algae or cyanobacteria provide food through photosynthesis. It's a match made in survival heaven. Lichens are masters of adaptation. They thrive in extreme environments, from the frozen Arctic tundra to scorching desert rocks, from radioactive zones to polluted cities. They're often the first colonizers of barren landscapes, slowly dissolving rock, forming soil, and initiating entire ecosystems. But lichens aren't just survivors, they're chemical pioneers. They secrete organic acids to extract nutrients from their surroundings, which also means they're unintentionally leaching metals from the substrates they grow on. This natural talent for interacting with minerals makes them unexpectedly perfect candidates for biomining. The hidden potential of lichens. To understand why this matters, let's talk about biomining. Biomining is a process that uses living organisms like bacteria, fungi, or plants to extract valuable metals from ores, waste, or even polluted environments. It's a sustainable, low-energy alternative to traditional mining, which often involves explosives, toxic chemicals, and ecological devastation. Now here's the twist. While most biomining efforts focus on bacteria like Acidithiobacillus ferruxidans or fungi like Aspergillus niger, researchers have recently discovered that lichens can do the same thing, maybe even better in some cases. How? Through a process called bioaccumulation. Lichens absorb elements directly from rain, air, and rock. Over time, they can accumulate high concentrations of heavy metals, even in environments with very low metal content. Studies have shown that lichens growing on gold or copper-rich rocks can concentrate those metals within their tissues. In one experiment, lichens collected from an abandoned mining site contained remarkably high concentrations of lead, cadmium, and arsenic, proving their potential as natural metal extractors and environmental monitors. Some lichens even seem to exhibit selective uptake, showing a preference for accumulating certain valuable metals, especially under stress. That means in the right conditions, we might be able to guide lichens to absorb the metals we want. But here's the truly exciting part. Scientists believe we may be able to farm lichens on low-grade ore surfaces, allow them to accumulate metals over time, and then harvest and process the biomass to extract those metals with minimal environmental disruption. It's like growing a garden of gold. Applications of lichen biomining. So what could this actually mean for the real world? Let's start with electronic waste. Your phone, computer, and almost every other device you own contain rare earth elements and precious metals like gold, silver, and palladium. Most of these materials are mined using harmful processes that generate toxic waste. Lichens could be deployed on e-waste recycling sites, landfills, or even tailing ponds to gradually extract valuable metals, turning waste into wealth. In the electronics and renewable energy sectors, The demand for sustainable sources of cobalt, lithium, and nickel is skyrocketing. Imagine lichen-based systems slowly drawing out these elements from low-grade ores or degraded mining land, reclaiming them without blasting, leaching, or polluting. They could also play a critical role in remediating toxic environments like fullerene mines or smelting sites. Lichens not only survive in contaminated zones, they clean them by absorbing heavy metals and stabilizing dust and soil. And unlike traditional mining, which removes the rock and leaves behind scars, lichen-based biomining is minimally invasive. It's slow, but it's precise, adaptable, and incredibly sustainable. Now, as promising as this sounds, lichen biomining isn't without challenges. First and foremost, growth rate. Lichens grow slowly, very slowly. Some species grow less than a millimeter per year. This makes scaling the process commercially a major hurdle. Second, while lichens accumulate metals, the concentrations vary widely between species and environments. Not all lichens are equally efficient, and it can take years of accumulation before extraction becomes viable. Then there's the issue of extraction efficiency. Once the lichen has absorbed the metals, how do we safely and effectively retrieve them? That's where future research comes in. Scientists are currently exploring selective breeding of fast-growing, high-uptake lichen strains, metabolic engineering to enhance metal absorption pathways, synthetic symbiosis, where lab-created fungal-algal pairings outperform natural ones, and even the possibility of genetically modifying lichens to improve their bioaccumulation abilities or to tolerate harsher industrial environments. Additionally, researchers are studying how lichen biomining can be combined with bioleaching, where specific enzymes or acids are used to release metals from biomass post-harvest. If we can crack these bottlenecks, growth, consistency, and extraction, then lichens could become one of the greenest mining tools humanity has ever developed. Lichens are not just decorative moss. They're symbiotic, adaptable organisms that thrive in extreme conditions. They naturally accumulate metals from their environment, and this ability has massive potential for biomining. With the right techniques, lichens could be used to extract gold, copper, silver, and rare earth elements from ore, waste, and polluted soil with minimal environmental damage. The process is still in early stages, but it's sustainable, clean, and surprisingly efficient in the right conditions. Challenges remain, especially related to growth rates and extraction, but ongoing research is making rapid progress, including genetic approaches. In the future, we may not need to dig deep into the earth to find valuable metals. We may simply need to let lichens do the mining for us. So the next time you see a crusty little patch growing quietly on a rock, just remember, you might be looking at nature's tiniest prospector. If you're as fascinated by this idea as we are, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more deep science content, and share it with someone who still thinks mining is all about pickaxes and dynamite. And if you're a student, researcher, or curious mind, consider supporting or even joining the expanding field of biomining research. The future of sustainable resource extraction might just be growing silently beneath our feet.